Hi everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Let's do an interesting poem today. I love poems. Do you? Well, if you do, then do consider subscribing so that you can watch more videos on poems. Here's a link to some of the ones that I have done in the past. Tell me, how do you feel about doing exams? Have you ever been for an exam and found that you could not answer any questions at all? What did you do then? Imagine that the teacher does not let you out of the examination hall. So you just have to sit there for that given amount of time. What would you do in such a situation? Look around you, put your head down on the desk and go to sleep? Play a game with your pencils and erasers? Make your stationery items balance on the tips of your fingers? And I'm not trying to fill your head with ideas. No, these are things that I have seen my students do when they finish an exam early. Today's poem is about a boy who went for an exam and did not know any answers. Do you think he did any of the above things, the things I just mentioned to you? I'll give you a hint. He did something that no student of mine has ever done. Let's see if you can guess what he did. Make three guesses and then watch the video. See if you guessed right and let me know in the comments below. I'm sure you won't be able to guess what he did, unless, of course, you already know the poem. The poem is called Dear Mr. Examiner, and it was written by Gareth Owen. It's a very simple poem and will not need an explanation. There are very few words that you may not understand. I have written the meanings of those words below the verse on each slide. It's quite a long poem with 10 stanzas, and each stanza has 4 lines. But you will enjoy every bit of it. I assure you that. It is an amusing poem. If you are a student, you will be able to relate to it and enjoy the poem because I'm sure that you have faced a similar situation. Maybe you have known a couple of answers. You have never had a situation where you have not known a single answer in your exam, like this boy in the poem. But you will still understand what the poor boy is going through. Gareth Owen is a British poet and playwright. He has written plays and storybooks for children and novels for young adults. And now let's start with the poem, which I know you will enjoy. Dear Mr. Examiner by Gareth Owen. Thank you so much for your questions. I've read them most carefully through, but there isn't a single one of them that I know the answer to. I've written my name as instructed, put the year, the month, and the day. But after I'd finished doing that, I had nothing further to say. So I thought I'd write you a letter, fairly informally, about what I can see from my desk here and what it's like to be me. Mandy has written 10 pages, but it's probably frightful guff. And Angela Smythe is copying the answers off her cuff. Miss Quinlan is marking our homework. The clock keeps ticking away. I suppose to anyone outside, it's just another day. There'll be mothers going on errands, grandmothers sipping tea, unemployed men doing crosswords, or watching Crown Court on TV. The rain has finally stopped here. The sun has started to shine. And in a back garden in Sefton Drive, a housewife hangs shirts on a line. A class files past to play tennis. The cathedral clock has just pealed. A moor chugs backwards and forwards up on the hockey field. Miss Quinlan's just read what I've written. Her face is an absolute mask. Before she collects the papers in, I've a sort of favor to ask. I thought your questions were lovely. I've only myself to blame. But couldn't you give me some marks for writing the date and my name? Isn't that cute? Would you have ever thought of doing something like that? Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the poem. I enjoyed it, and I will see you soon. Until then, take care. Cheerio.